What is up, everybody? Mr. Purtis here. Quick little overview on some specific exam information from the College Board. Just kind of, I put it all in one simple, nice Google Doc here. This goes for pretty much every AP exam if you're taking more than just AP World. So you might have already heard this from another teacher, but just want to go through this real quick, and then I'll remind you the week of the exam, some of this stuff again, but just so you can kind of mess around with this and just so you know what the lay of the land looks like, and as we get into kind of practice DBQs, how everything's going to work. But obviously the exam's on Thursday. These two links here, I would just kind of ignore. You've already seen this, or I already showed you this. This is just the full PDF document of everything from the College Board of how to take the exam. The first thing I would definitely do before you do the next practice DBQ is to click on this test demo. It's just a standard. It's not just for AP World, it's for every AP exam. Make sure it works for you. In terms of the e-ticket, 2 days before your exam, before the AP World exam, you will receive an e-ticket. It's going to come to your email. If you don't get it through your email, it's okay. If you haven't been getting emails from College Board, don't freak out and stress out about it. It's okay. You can also just go to this link right here and log in. And as long as you can log in, you're going to be good because you can find your e-ticket there as well. So if you're not getting the emails, it's okay. This is the link that you're going to click on and you should be good. Make sure you don't share your e-ticket with anyone else. If you do, it's going to trigger like security issues immediately and it's going to be all kinds of problems. So don't do that. In terms of taking the exam, you can take it on your phone, but I just think that would be ridiculous. So use your laptop. If you have another desktop at home, you can use that as well. Make sure you're using Chrome or Firefox. Do not use Internet Explorer. And I'm not sure about Safari either. I would stick with Chrome. That's what's being recommended through the College Board. So if you don't have a Chrome browser already set up, which you should, just make sure that's all good. It's suggested as well to use side-by-side windows, so kind of create two separate windows. Window one would have the test question, and that's where you enter your e-ticket information. It's going to show you the test question, the timer, all the documents where you attach or submit your response. And then window two is where I would have a Google Doc opened up, and I would type there on the other window. And then when you're finished, you're going to be able to just copy and paste everything from your Google Doc into the submission for your response. So again, two windows. So when we're doing practice DBQs, I would have two windows opened up, one with the DBQ, one with a Google Doc that you would work with. You can use Microsoft Word. You can use Notes to type as well. Just if you're using Word or Notes, make sure you save often, just because it's not going to auto-save necessarily for you. At the top of your doc, make sure you have your AP ID and your initials on the document. You can do that ahead of time. You can put that on the top before the exam starts so you don't have to type into it. That can be already set up. If you want to handwrite it, I don't recommend it. I'm not even going to say too much about handwriting. I think it's just going to cause too many issues and it's too much stress involved if you handwrite it. If you do handwrite it, if that's your preference and that's the way you definitely want to go, it has to be in pen, blue or black. It can't be any more than 5 pages handwritten. And at the top of each page, you're going to need your AP ID, your initials, and the page number. So those are 3 things if you're going to do it. In terms of your own technology, of your own laptop, please make sure if you have Grammarly on there. So I have Grammarly on mine. It's right here on the top of my Chrome browser. If you have it on there, it has to be disabled before you take the test. So make sure you remove it. In fact, I would just remove it right now so you don't forget to do it. If it's on there, it won't let you take the exam. You only need to create one doc for the exam. And if you're saving the upload, if you are going to upload it and you're not going to copy and paste it, which you are, so I would just ignore what I'm going to say there. In terms of the day of the exam tips, make sure you need to log on 30 minutes ahead of time. So log on at 1:30 for the 2 p.m. exam. There's a few questions that you need to answer. They're going to ask for your e-ticket. There's a couple identity questions, and then you just wait for the exam to begin. At 2 o'clock, it should just start. You're going to have 45 minutes to complete, 5 minutes to upload. So you really have 50 minutes to play with, especially if you're typing and copying and pasting. So I would say 47, 48 minutes, give yourself a little wiggle room. If you don't upload, if the 50 minutes is up and you don't upload, you're done. That's it. There's no like, hey, maybe we'll give you an exemption here. Once it's 50 minutes is hit, so don't play around too close to that 50 minutes. when with time, there's going to be the running clock, and you'll see it. And when it gets down to 5 minutes left, it's going to turn red on you. So you'll know that's the 5 minutes to upload. So when there's 5 minutes left, you'll see the countdown from 5 minutes in red. So make sure you pace yourself. If you lose internet connection, if something crazy happens that day, there's still some opportunity for a makeup exam, but I think the hoops to get through that is going to be pretty difficult. In terms of submitting your response, like I said, option 1, copy and paste your response from window 2, which is your Google Doc, and just paste it into window 1. That should take like 30 seconds to do. It'll give you the most amount of time. If you wanted to, you could also attach a file. You could save your Google Doc as a PDF and attach it, but I don't think that's worth the time. You might as well just copy and paste it. Option 3 would be to take a picture of your handwritten work, airdrop it to your laptop, attach it into window 1, but it has to be a JPEG file. Again, I just think that's going to be too many steps. That's not worth it when you can just type it in a Google Doc. So the biggest thing I just want to remind you one more time is make sure if you have Grammarly installed on your laptop or on your Chrome browser that you disable that, because that's one kind of X factor all this, and I don't want any issues. That's the kind of gist of it. I just wanted to lay this out for you so you could test this up here, number 1. And number 2, you know how the format is. So as we do these practice DBQs over the next 2 weeks, you can actually do them efficiently and correctly and all that stuff. So that's what I got. Any questions? You know the deal. Let me know. I'm out.